Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Should I call this Soul Food Sunday, man? Uh, Greetings, everybody, man. Y'all already know how I do it. I let it build up a little bit before I go in. I'm hoping everybody having a great Sunday. You're cooling, you're chilling. I got up this morning, man, and I had they was both my sons, Fat Boy, Cash. I had them on my mind, man. So I felt like I was gonna share a little bit about them today on my live and to the world in the living room. So today I want to talk to y'all about Cash and Fat Shorty, man. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit on them. Like I say, I don't like to talk it to the negative or bring it in the negativity, should I say, about these individuals, these young men that was trying to develop themselves as being positive young men. So today that's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna get it going. It's 106. I'm gonna let the chat build up, let a few more people come in, get the notification to come on in, and we're gonna get it cracking. But like I said, it's 106 now. I ain't gonna wait long. I don't like the hog out Sundays because I know it's Soul Food Sunday somewhere in somebody's house. Y'all kicking it, y'all chilling. So it's 107. I give it to like 113, and I'm gonna go and get it cracking, man. But today we gonna talk about these two good guys. These guys was good, and I can prove it to you that they good. I like when I do things. I like to talk about. I like to have the proof about what I got going on and what I'm saying. I don't like to just tell y'all anything or be involved in just anything saying anything out my mouth. I don't live by that. Yeah. So what I'm saying to y'all is this. These are two good guys. And I'm gonna prove to y'all that they two good guys. And what I mean by that is this. We're gonna go into Cash first, right? Now Cash been rapping, Cash been doing his thing. Cash he been part of FBG, STL when they first started, right? In and out of jail, getting in a little trouble, doing what he do. That's what men do. Kids and men do when they trying to learn and they trying to find themselves, right? We talking about Cash right now. So my thing about that is this. Cash been the same individual since I knew him, since I first met him. And to know Cash is to really understand Cash. You know what I mean? You had to really know him to really understand him and really know what was going on with him. See, a lot of people took Cash serious on the things he was saying and how he went about doing things. But if you really knew Cash, Cash was a king troll. He was a king troll. His personality as an individual, as a human being was awesome. If he didn't rap, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Cash could have been a comedian. Y'all might don't want to believe that. That's because y'all really never graced his presence, or he never graced y'all presence to actually sit down with him and actually kick it with him and eat and do different things with him. So y'all wouldn't really know or really understand what I mean by he could have been a comedian. Cash could have been. So he could have went any way, any other way, especially with the way the world is right now today. You got Chicago comedians they actually is man they killing it. Far as on the comedian side, far as like in the world period right now. They killing it. You got corporate, you got Skin and Bone, you got Fred, you got Burn Pope, you got Uncle Hank, you got all kind of people that's coming out of Chicago that's actually really repping. Much love, much love, much love. It's Burn Pope. Let me say his name right. Little short bastard. But it's like Cash would have fit. He would have fit right in. Much love to you too, family. He would have fit right in. See, a lot of people really don't understand that Cash kind of got from my perspective, Cash kind of got pushed into that diss situation when he lost my son. Because when he lost my son, he to me, when I'm looking at him, I'm watching him, I'm talking to him, he went into a he don't give a F mode. Like he couldn't trust nobody. He felt like he couldn't trust nobody, and he felt like everybody turned their back on him. You know, this from the conversations me and him was having. He felt like he wanted to tuck his tails. He wanted to money up and just get away. Like whatever he had to do, and what I mean by get away, not leave to go or not leave his people, but he felt like he had to put himself up here because the people that he ate with and he trusts was really gone. You know what I mean? Him and my son, they had a bond that was out of this world. Like a lot of people don't know. See, a lot of people looked at their situation and looked at them and thought that they had been friends since the sandbox. They hadn't. They hadn't been friends since the sandbox. And I tell people that all the time. If you really look at their history and you look at what really went on with them, you didn't see my son. You didn't see my son with them in the early stages. Your stuff on the way. You didn't see my son in the early stages. So what I mean by the early stages, when you see them building FBG, my son was around, but he wasn't as loose. He hadn't shook loose then. So it was like when he was meeting him, he was around. He was at Boosie House. I come to Boosie House. You know what I mean? That's how I got a chance to meet Duck and Billionaire and all the rest of them. You see what I'm saying? See, a lot of people have this perception of what went on. I'm gonna tell you how it really went on though. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when you look at their videos and you look at how they were together, you would think that they was from the sandbox. No, they just jailed. Their personalities was so much, they had so much similarity with each other. Cash and Keon, Fat Shorty as y'all call them. They similarities was so much, it was like they was blood brothers. But it was like, you know how you got the good half and the better half. Now, Fat Boy Craft, he had a little bit more on the healthy craft of hustling. He knew how to go get it. He knew how to go get it. He'd go get it and he didn't care about it. See, Cash knew how to run it up, but Cash, he was more like he cared about it because Cash had more of a responsibility. See, a lot of people don't know. See, Cash had a responsibility that even now that he gone, it's a void that he left. Cash got kids. Cash love his mother. Cash love his family. Now, Fat Boy got kids as well. Fat Shorty got kids as well. He got 2 kids too. But his support system is a little bit stronger than Cash was. I'm gonna get into that as we go on to it. I'm still on Cash right now. So with Cash, man, when my son died October 28th, right? Cash felt like the trust was out the window. You know what I mean? He felt like everybody turned their back on him. He felt like, it was a problem. Like, man, I gotta go. So he doubled back. He pushing Young them. He pushing Dusty them. He pushing the FBG brand. He pushing everybody. They brand themselves. He work hard. Y'all think this whole work ethic. He put it on steroids. Cool. But one thing he knew in his mind, and one thing he was explaining to me, he was understanding is that the fans ain't gonna relate to me and gravitate to me and really push me like they should until he do what mainstream doing. And look what mainstream doing right now today. Everybody dissing each other. Everybody beefing with each other. Everybody talking crazy and everybody doing different things like that with each other. Now, if you go back and you look, you only have to go back maybe about 2-3 months before the interview with him and my son on Truth Teller and what they was doing. Cash wasn't dissing like that. When him and Fat Boy was together, they was moving like that. They weren't dissing like that. You know what I mean? That word has been made a household word, ops. But it was just a word that they'd throw out, like the ops, the this, the that. But they wasn't on there talking about F this nigga, what's got killed, this, that. No, man. Their whole scene was different. Their whole scene was chasing paper. Their whole scene was chasing girls. Their whole scene was chasing parties, chasing different things. See, we have to really understand, like, when they lost each other, when Cash lost Fat Boy, it sent them in a crash out mode. And not so much in his mind that he felt like he was gonna crash out, but he was on that crash course. He was gonna take that risk to where it's that he gonna run that checkup. Whatever he got to do to run that checkup, he gonna take whatever come with it. Because that's how the people made it, and that's how they put it to where he felt like that was the only way. He felt like that was the only way that he could get there. And that's how, much love. That's how all these guys feel. Because they feel like this. And even right now today, people don't support talent. People only support what's messy. People only support what's entertaining to them, and what they think and look at as being entertainment is disrespecting each other, talking about killing each other, or actually taking it to the door where they are killing each other. So that's why everybody is like, they making it like that's what's going on. Turn me up. You could tell they were trying to run up a bag. Oh, ain't no question. Turn me up. Ain't no question they was trying to run up a bag. Much love, you, Bill. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, like a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand that. You got to give it a pen. A lot of people don't understand what really went on and what really happened with them. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that. Like, when Fat Boy lost his life, Cash felt alone, man. You know, Dutch, Young, them is brothers. But at the same time, everybody was on a different wavelength and a different time. And Real say you might have to call it. So it's like people ain't looking at it like the truth of what's really going on. Yeah, exactly. You right, turn me up. See, it's like you gotta look at it like this. I'm talking about Cash right now. Then I'm gonna talk about him, and I'm gonna go into both of them. See, with Cash, man, people took Cash serious. Cash wasn't he wasn't scared or nothing or nobody. Don't get me wrong. But Cash went out there pushing the fight and rush on people and gang bang and all that other stuff. That wasn't his mission, man. That wasn't his sole mission. If you look through the whole situation where FBG Duck was building themselves and Dutchy and the rest of them, being all of them, was building that brand, the FBG brand, you have to look at this. You got to look at this. What's the word, youngin? You have to look at this. Cash stayed in jail majority of the time on charges of trying to get money. Not no shootings. Not nothing where that he was in harm, trying to harm nobody. He was trying to get money. He was trying to feed his family. Young Ma, what's the word, family? Nothing but salute to you. He was trying to feed his family. So what people really don't understand and really don't know what the whole situation with them guys and what happened with them, it wasn't a situation where it's that they wanted to go and just do no drill music. We gon', they get killed, they gonna do this, they gonna do that. They got ate up. The world will eat you up. These situations of what's going on will eat you up. It'll eat you whole. And a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah, he was definitely, listen, hey, turn me up. He was definitely trying to finish off what they left off, where they left off at. Ain't no question. Much love to 18 letter. So, plenty much love. So, it's like with Cash, man, a lot of people really don't understand, man, that Cash really was a good dude, man. He really was a good dude, just like Duck was a good dude. They just was cold with their craft, man. It's like, like I don't know how people really do nowadays. But when we was young and we was in school, we knew how to signify good. We was signifying real good. And sometimes, signifying to get you beat up. Because, you signify on the bully or you signify on somebody that can fight a little bit better than you. Now you beat up. So with them, no, the real made that. Yeah, you right. No, hey, turn me up, say. He right though. He absolutely right. He said now the real made that what rappers from y'all city had to do. Hey, and it's just you all the way right. It made the world do that, and the world made them do that, and it made everybody that's from here figure that that's the only way they can do, or the only way they can make things like that happen, if they diss, if they go at one another, if they have to turn into a rap killing, not a rap battle. See, with a rap battle, if you go back and look, rap battling been going on since the beginning of time. With LL Cool J, with KRS-One, with back there, KRS-One, Nas, Jay-Z. That's the sport. But they took it to another level with all the aggravation and with all the media and the YouTubing and the podcasting and the different things to keep stirring the pot. It's always something to keep stirring the pot. So embarrassments take when people be so embarrassed in front of the millions of people, it changed your trains of thought. especially if you're not used to that. But I don't want to drift off. I want to stay. I want to stay where I'm at. I want to stay on Cash, and I want to stay on Fat Shorty. So I'm still on Cash right now. Cash, man, is like, it's hurtful because it was like in a blink of an eye, he was gone. You know, it went from for the first time. You know, I never talked about it. I never said that. You know, because I don't do the clout chasing, and I don't. You know, our business, I believe, really is our business. You know, so when that situation first happened with Cash, and when it happened with his car, when he was in the car and somebody shot the car up, Cash sent me the video. He sent me the pictures of the car, you know, the little things, you know, he telling me, and he like, much love, much love. When he telling me like, man, Pops, they either call me Pops or they call me OG. Man, look what happened. And I told Cash, you know, 'cause me and Cash, we at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, that was their time because they knew I was up. You know, they know I get up early, so, you know, and I missed that. My morning calls from them, you know, Cash, Fat Boy, they right there with each other, or they, you know, he over here, he over there, but they calling me 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Man, OG, man, Pops, man, look what happened. Look what went on. And when he showed me and I asked him, I said, man, what you got going on? I told you what come with you changing your music. What's the word, King Mike? What's happening? Much love. I told him, I said, that come with you changing your music. I'm open the chat up at 1:30. I told Cash, I said, man, what happened, man? That come with what changed your music. And he told me, he said, no, I don't think this had nothing to do with the music. He was like, man, I think I was messing with this girl, and I think it's her guy. You know what I mean? I think he was on her. He wasn't on me. So I tell Cash, I say, look, because Cash was a womanizer, man. Cash, the Fat Boy, hey, hands down, I got to keep it all the way funky. Hey, boy, them boys had them girls. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, them boys knew how to party. And in their words, we get wild. Ain't that what they say, baby? Man, we get wild. You know what I'm saying? So it's like cool, you know. So I tell him, I say, look, man, just fall back. You already kicked it off. You done did what you said. You done did what you had to say. You know, you got him mad, but he like, I also got a deal. I'm like, you got a deal already? He like, man, I got 2 deals, man. I got one for some little money and I got one for some big money. He trying to hit me on the little money. Man, I got something for you, OG. Woo. Man, I'm straight. I'm straight, Cash. Just do your thing, keep yourself together. And then he promised me, he told me. And that's why to this day I never understood it. But once I realized and kind of heard and tried to do my little homework, I understood. He told me, he promised me, I'm gone. I ain't coming back. He said, I ain't coming back. I said, all right, Cash. You know, he always kept his word with me. We always kept our words with each other. No matter how harsh they was, however it was, we stood on our words with each other. So when I got that call that morning with Cash, first call I got it from Fat Shorty baby mama. And she was like, man, they said Cash gone. I'm like, yeah, I know he gone. He gone. He in Houston. You know, I talked to him like a day or 2 ago. And she like, no, he gone. I hung the phone up. Like, cause I know she not gonna play with me like that. You know what I mean? I hung the phone up. Instantly, I grabbed my phone. I'm looking down my timeline. Everybody talking about it. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, damn, Cash, you lied to me. Then I had to sit back and think. Like, after a couple of days, I'm like, dang, you lied to me. And I was angry. I was enraged. And then, as time settled and it go back, I had to think about the individual that Cash was and the guy that he was and the real man that he was and the type of dude that he was. I should have always knew that he wasn't going to leave and not come back. Because he didn't take his mama with him and he didn't take his kids and his family with him. See, that's the part y'all didn't know and y'all really don't know about Cash. Man, Cash loved his kids and he loved his mama. If he loved you, he loved you. He wasn't leaving no man behind. That's what y'all really need to understand and know about Cash. Cash wasn't leaving no man behind. And if he ever like said something, if he ever said something crazy about you or in a diss song or Cash was trolling, man. Cash ain't mean that mess, man. Cash was doing what he figured, he was doing what he figured he had to do to pull himself out of the situation that he was in. See, y'all don't understand. Like with him and Fat Boy, they was like they was like the same person, but it was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Cash was Dr. Jekyll. Fat Shorty was Mr. Hyde. Because Fat Boy, you really had to push him all the way. You had to almost push him down to make him react. Because that wasn't his flavor. He wasn't into that. He wasn't no pushover. He can't be no pushover. He got my blood in him. But his way of thinking, his train of thought was different. Because he felt like this. He went to the drink one time. One thing him and Cash said, that ain't for me. I ain't going back. Same thing with Cash. Like, I ain't going back to jail. And now I'm on Fat Boy. So Cash catch a case, right? Catch a gun case. And man, this fat little dude, man, he's sick. Fat Shorty sick. You can see it all in his face. They like mud and junk. He barely can function. His right hand ain't here. He barely can function. He calling me like what was Jada Pinkett name and set it off? What was Jada Pinkett name and set it off? Anyway, y'all gonna get to where I'm going. When Cash was locked up and they needed a few more bucks, man, the man was calling me like Jada Pinkett on Set It Off. My name was Naaman. He was like, I need that money by tomorrow, Naaman. I'm laughing, man, but I miss my boys, man. Hey, man gonna tear my head off if I ain't getting what he wanted to go get Cash out. Hey, man, y'all had to be there to see it, man, to understand it. To understand how they was about each other, man. It wasn't none of that. We gonna leave each other behind. See, now I gave y'all a little insight on Cash. Now I gotta give y'all a little insight on Fat Boy. See, Fat Boy, man, like he had the good part of me. Like each one of my kids, I look at them and I analyze them, and I think back in like what phase of my life I was in when when I conceived them, when I made them, and I was in a good time in my life when I made Fat Shorty, and it was like he anything good in me, he was a spitting image of that, a spitting image of that. Like, far as me being intelligent in school, he was very intelligent in school. Far as me being crafty with knowing how to talk to women and knowing how to talk to elders and be respectful, he had that. Knowing how to check a bag, he had that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like I used to look at him and laugh because it was almost like we was one. We were the same person. Like if you go through my live, I mean, if you go through my shorts, I think it's on my shorts or one of my videos, and me and him was in the car together. We was in the van together, and it was like we was almost like robots. I rubbed my head, and then he did it too. I'd say something, and he'd come back and say the same thing. It would almost make you think. It would almost make you think like we practiced it, but we didn't. We didn't. I promise you, we didn't. It was like I don't know. It just I don't know. It just used to be. It just to be. It just used to be funny to me, man, because it was like it was almost like we could telegraph each other, or we was just on the same wavelength, and it was like he felt like, man, Daddy, you cool, man, Daddy, everything all right, man, Daddy, I want you to relax, man, Daddy, I want you to fall back. So it was like in his mind, he wanted me to just take a back step and let him take care of me. Yeah, you right, turn me up. You right. You right. You right. You absolutely right, turn me up. So it was like he wanted me, and then Cash was the same way. Like they were like overprotective. Like, no, don't do that. No, don't do this. And that's how all of them was about me though. Because I always stayed genuine with them, and I never judged none of them. I never judged none of them. And my reason for not judging none of them was, the truth is, I came from where they was trying to come from. I've been through what they had been through and had been blessed by God to make it out and to still be here. So I understood my son. I understood Cash. I understood Duck. I understood Skinny. I understood all of them. I understood how they were being manipulated. And the more I tried to change the subject or change they narrative, man, social media is a beast, man. The world is a beast. And if you ain't strong enough up top to realize and recognize what's really going on, really made gaming, what's the word, family? And really understand what's going on, then you would never really know. You would never really understand. People would want to think or make things out to be like Cash was just these terrible guys, or these tough gangsters. Nah, man. These ordinary people, man. They lives and the situation that went on. So, that's my take on Cash, and that's part of my take on Fat Boy. But what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna open up the comments. I'm gonna open up the panel for for guests, if y'all want to come in and share what y'all, y'all stories, if y'all had any of them with them, or y'all want to share what y'all, y'all want to ask a question, or y'all want to, y'all want to ask me a question on the panel, or whatever the case may be, it's open. I ain't for no trolling. I ain't for no games. It's 1:40. I'm gonna give y'all like another 30 minutes on this. I ain't gonna hold y'all up on y'all Sunday. But the chat is open. I mean the panel is open. For any questions y'all want to get up, don't come on here playing, man. Turn me up, so I'm telling you the vultures out here, yeah. But it's crazy because half of the people who were engaging on beef when you say wouldn't bust a grape. Yeah, you're right. Wouldn't bust a grape with Welch's backyard or with cleats on. Hey, turn me up. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. And that go, much love to you too, family. Much love, Paris. And that go for a lot of these vloggers, bro. Like people say I'm hating and they they want to do these type of things and I ain't on that type of time today. But I have to say that a lot of these bloggers have to own up to their BS, man. A lot of these bloggers need to own up to them being the biggest problem of what's going on because, like I always take it back and say, it's like how we used to be in grammar school. The baddest man hit my hand when you're trying to instigate a fight. So if you keep instigating it and these type of things keep going on, what do y'all think the effect of that is going to be? It's going to cause a problem. It's going to cause a problem. King Mike, what's the word, bro?
What's happening? What's happening, man? You just got back into town, trying to keep the bills
Okay.
paid.
Man, I ain't mad at you, man. We got to keep the bills paid.
Yeah.
So today
Been on here in a minute.
I was just letting everybody know about, man, Cash and FATSHAWTY, man. Like, them are some real good guys. So if you got anything you want to ask me or if you want to contribute to that, come on with it, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hang around another 30 minutes, then I'm gonna let everybody go. I don't want to hold everybody up. You got the flow, Mike.
Can you hear
Yo,
me, big
turn
deal?
me up. What's the word? Yeah, King Mike, turn me up. Y'all both on here.
I said my homeboy, one of my homeboys I know, he had did an interview with him before he had came back out there when he was out here in Houston last year with Cash.
Right.
Yeah. He was like, man, I wish he would have stayed out here because he was like, he got so much charisma. And he was just saying how people that came from Chicago that do music, he like he fit right on in with the people from Houston.
Right.
Right on in. So he was like, man, he was like it messed him up because he had interviewed him on this little podcast. He was like he ended up dying like a few weeks later. He was like, man, he should have stayed out here.
He told me he
Yeah,
was gonna stay out there. That's what he promised
yeah.
me. But I understood why he came back.
Hey, it'd be hard when when you from man. Look, I've been told 1,000 times, man, you need to leave Houston. Go somewhere else. But I'm like, man, it's hard when you from here and you feel like you got it all figured out. It's hard,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he couldn't leave though, man. He couldn't leave his mom and his kids here, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they would have came out here,
Oh
got
yeah.
them one a big
He
old
would have
pretty
never
house.
he probably would have never came back.
Yeah.
Never. He'd had to take Dutchy and Young with him, but he would have never came back. Because he
Hey,
wasn't
if
gonna
you
leave Dutchy and Young either.
and that's the thing. Hey, as a leap of faith, that's why I say I know they be talking shit with Lil Sosa, but I'm like that nigga went out there. He brought the people he brought with him out there, and that nigga living life.
Yeah, you gotta respect that. Turn me up.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's happening with you, big deal?
Man, coolin' family. What's the word? Share
Man,
some with us.
I can't call it. I was just listening to y'all, man. Listen to what he was saying and kind of reflect off that. It's like two, I think a lot of people end up going back to their cities where they from because, like, let's just be real, you know it like the back of your hand. You know what I mean? You know every
Right.
nook and cranny around there. You so used to it. And when you get somewhere else, it's like you in a whole nother world almost. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's a city down the street from where you from. It's almost like a whole nother world to try to explore. And a lot of
Right.
people, you know, can't handle that. You get used to what you know, man. Get the missing home, get homesick. I feel ultimately he was gonna get everybody out of there. You know, that was the goal. It didn't work out that way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that was
Unfortunately.
definitely his goal. Hey, it's 17 people in here, man. Y'all hit that like button and share.
And that's what I told him, man. I'm like,
I don't know why y'all love to act crazy when it come on these lives, man. And I'm dropping these real jewels, man. I'm letting y'all in the living room, and I'm trying to keep it real. It seems like I'm the most hated because I don't deal with what's going on in the mainstream, and I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
do it.
but just think, hey, Big Dale, think about the ones that's doing the mainstream. Is they giving money back when the stories that they telling?
hell no.
No, they
Nope.
not.
Hell
Watch
no,
what
causing more
watch
chaos.
my work though. Watch my work. We ain't through.
But I don't think it's even that though either. I think you know, just that, like you said, something simple as somebody liking and sharing it. You get what I mean? That do the job to get it out there more.
Exactly.
It puts you on the algorithm. You know what I mean? A lot of the bullshit is in the algorithm. So of course people go ahead and lean to that more. You know what I mean? Like it's almost
Yeah.
inevitable. You gonna get all
Hey,
the BS. You
hey,
just
look,
gotta
look at
navigate
this.
through it.
This how bad this is. And you ever heard of Mo3, the little rapper dude from Texas?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, they got a whole little sector with him, and it was supposed to be, about him. His baby mama be on there cutting up doing the goddamn fool,
Man.
trying to fight all that. So, like that, it was supposed to be like them, telling the people that know him, telling their stories or whatever they thought with this situation going on. Nah, they
Right.
be on there. Man, look, these motherfuckers call it alphabet people. They on there playing them type of games.
Man.
Wow.
Man, hey, a dude I know from out here in Texas, my homeboy. Like, bro, this nigga went to a police station. He supposed to be a stump down nigga from back in the day. Got Kelly ties. Niggas going to go call the police on civilians.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm like, man, oh no, nah. Like then he got on there. Oh yeah, my cousin is they work for that. So I'm like, why would a nigga trust you? And you telling the nigga that your cousin do this shit. So I'm like, oh nah,
Exactly.
yeah, it's
Exactly.
time to look. I wouldn't even associate. I wouldn't even. I don't look. Do not suggest. I don't even want to sit on my time feed.
Man. And
Hey,
then
so
it's like what I'm really starting to learn is like to me, like people be like, don't blame don't blame people. And I had to sit back and I try to like hold myself and hold my composure, man. But it's like with the cash situation, like I can't stop from like blaming a lot of people out. When you hurt, you do that. But I just hold my tongue and I sit back and I just, cause it can't change nothing. But it's like I notice what goes on because if you talented, it's like taking the stairs. It might be 10 years before you get there.
right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like with me, like I say, people be like, man, don't say that you hate. How is it that?
No, you seeing the bullshit for what it truly is.
Exactly. So
And
my thing,
truthfully, we all got to take blame. Everybody. You know what I mean? From the record
exactly,
companies, because y'all promoting it just as much. Why is it that Cash didn't get hot and get a record deal until he started dissing motherfuckers? He had that
exactly,
same talent before then. So what made him that much more talented than before? You know what I mean? What was he doing that much different? The only thing I can see is the dissing, the disrespect, putting disrespect, and it's messed up because Dog was talented. Cash been having good music for a
exactly.
long time. Like Cash ain't no new cat. Like he been around,
Right,
but
exactly,
he ain't get them same pushes. But you kind of seen it too with Duck. You know what I mean? Duck stuff would go
exactly,
up, but it went up
exactly.
way more when he with dead bitches and shit like that,
Yeah,
like Fly and
exactly,
all that. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
it's
And
so
then it's like that's what's going on, and it's like that's the trend that they want to keep. and it's the trend that they really want to keep happening. And it's like I'm just tired of it, bro, because it's like how is it that here it is you got a dude that's right there. They've been right there, day one dude, and he telling you, look, that ain't the route, that ain't the way to go. He's showing you the route that these other people telling you and showing you. They lying to you, they bullshitting you, they doing everything to help you self-destruct to feed their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
Mainstream peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes back to make you wonder and make you think. Like now, if you look at the shit, just look at this. They
Hey,
see that.
big deal.
Ain't no yeah.
Then too, I ain't gonna say it's on the the ones that's rapping older ones, but I like the ones that's in the music industry and they still be moving around. You know how it is as far as life in the streets. You can't tell them when to get out the streets, but if they on there, I feel like if a lot of them took them up under their wing and got them on the road to get them from out there, once you leave and you see something different,
You want
that
different.
you want different, it make you want to leave. Like I said, I seen like Ruger. Hey, they probably was the best thing he could have did. Best thing he could have did. There's gonna be BS with it, but guess what? He get to take his people out and do experiences
But
that they never would
but
have got if they were just chilling.
but even with Ruger though, you got to look at it. They just recently got him to get himself dragged into some BS that he had to come back
Exactly.
and double down
Exactly.
on and realize what the hell was going on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's like you just got to be smart enough to realize that this shit is a ploy. It's a ploy against us as a whole. You know what I mean? Yeah, the drill started it there, but it affected the world. Look at the world
Yeah.
part.
no,
You
no,
Yeah.
got
no. I'm
UK drill. You know what I mean? You got like New York cats don't even rap real New York music no more, man.
No,
Like you
they don't.
can't get no real bars no more. These
I,
niggas killing every aunties, cousins, sisters. That like, and
I
I
got
get it, bro. If that's the life you lead, okay, that's one thing. But why the fuck do you want to go ahead and keep leading others down that path?
like
Like,
Exactly.
dude, Choke No Smoke. I was on his page and I was looking. He blaming. He putting the blame on LA, and I'm like, man, you can't blame them. You gotta blame the record exec. They want this type of
exactly,
music.
exactly,
He was, oh well, up in New York we was doing this, but I said, guess what happened? You know what they had to do up there? They had to get gutter, gully, and gangster like everybody else to survive in the music industry. And I said, the music,
Exactly.
the headquarters is on the East Coast. It's not. It wasn't on the West Coast. You got
right,
priority, and capital. That's it.
right.
Other than that,
Exactly.
everything else is up there in New York. So I said, they putting out that, and it just what they don't want the country's talk. So, like I said, just certain stuff. Man, I'm telling you, just getting on that road and seeing a whole different life, man, that'll change. It don't matter if you got to go out there and you ain't going to go do it. Just to
It
see that
definitely will. It
and
definitely
plant
will.
the seeds, it'll make you go. That hey, if you're a hustler, you're gonna get on that road. You always gonna have that one place you can go back. That's like give you a peace of mind, even if you ain't doing that no more. Oh man, I was out here. I feel like this was a breakaway from the city. This where I
Right,
was going. Like, you feel
right.
me?
Yeah, because when
Yeah.
you're in it, you won't get that time to really have no time to sit down and reflect on life itself because you got to live this stuff. So
Like
that make
I
it a
was
little
telling
more
my,
hard.
Let
I was
me let
telling
me
them,
show y'all something though. Let me show y'all something. This is what I want y'all to realize and look at, right? Look at the situation with Shoebox and Shark on Land,
Mm.
right? Now, Shoebox and Shark on Land was Box was at the church to see Pastor. Shark on Land came to the church, right? Shark on Land used to work with us, so he came to the church. Now, if anybody know these two individuals, Shoebox is a young man,
It's bots.
right? He's a young man, right? But we also know he's a troll. He's a king troll.
Man, yeah.
If you look at him past that rap garbage that he's singing and talking about who getting popped and doing any of that,
Hey, good dude.
he a good kid.
On the real.
I'm listen, man. Listen, I'm telling you because I've been knowing him since he was, I think, 8 or 9. I've been knowing. That's how long I've been knowing him. That's how long. And when I mean by knowing him, I'm talking about walking up, what's going on, what's happening, what's doing this, what's doing that. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Now, on the other hand, Shark on Land, he's an elder. which he would be Shoebox OG.
Right.
But what happens when you play with a puppy?
What you say? He gonna lick you in the mouth.
He licks you in the mouth. So now he know he ran up on a troll that they out-trolled him because he liked to troll as well.
Yeah, get your popcorn ready and all that.
Exactly.
Like,
So now he letting the internet take him out his character where he keep making videos and keep on engaging the situation, feed off it to these people madness and what they want, instead of him just falling back and knowing. See, a lot of us, man, and this is what y'all don't realize about Chicago, and I had to learn about it with myself. We messed up from gang culture.
yeah.
Gang culture messed Chicago people up, though. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by it messed us up. In our mind, we think can't nobody say shit to us. You can't talk to me no any kind of way. You can't do that. Gang culture got us feeling like we up here. So it's like you can't just say no any motherfucking thing to me. You understand what I'm saying? But
Right.
as a man, men don't have them type of emotions. That's a woman emotion. Where a woman gonna fall out and go crazy when you call out her name and do all that other thing. When it's a man that's in the house and a man that's stepping in and being a part of that, you got to call me a bitch for
Man.
me to go there.
Right. You got down there smack the shit out of me and
You
then
know what
to
I'm
let
saying?
me know, like, oh yeah,
Right.
okay, it's on.
For me to go there. So words and him being his elder, that's why I'm trying to catch up with him. Like, man, stop making them videos. And stop talking about you winning there, talking about you want to crash out like he ain't got a baby. I know him too. The man got a baby, he got a child.
Yeah, but it's
And the
crazy you want to crash out on a kid though. You get what I mean? A kid who don't
listen, you got it, you got the right point. On a kid that is not even valid. He not gonna get no points for that.
man.
But he not thinking. He
Right.
thinking about the embarrassment. The embarrassment is what's pushing him. When dude got on this internet and called me all kind of bitches and fat motherfuckers and all that other shit, man, the last thing was on my mind was talking about going to do something to him. Well, the last thing on my mind was to go do something to him. Because the whole thing is this. For one, I'm not no keyboard gangster.
Right.
And he did something on the internet. And I know if that happened in my face, I know the situation. I know what's really gonna go on. So in my mind, I don't have to prove anything. I don't care. I let them do what they do because that's the end thing on here. One thing I understood when I got on social media, I made myself accessible for all kind of disrespect, all kind of games that we play, all this.
Right.
But I want the untrained mind to understand and look at how people stir the pot. Look how everybody want to pick that up. Look how everybody want to push that.
Man,
It's going to be April.
Hey, Big Deal, I know you be wanting to get on here and tell a whole bunch of stories, but like I said, I got a homeboy. He got one. He got a page. He said it's hard for him. Like, he used to be, trying to be transparent with people, telling them so much, but it's one dude they feel like he basically swear he know his whole life. They probably met 2 times. He look up the dude, background, arrested, all that. Oh man, I got your address. I'm gonna do this. Like trying to cause a whole bunch of friction. Look, even with the guys out there in Kelly on the turf, trying to cause stuff like in-house stuff, and then it's like everybody gonna get calls like, man, what's going on and all that until they start seeing it like, oh, this dude acting like a goofy. Like we ain't gotta go get on them like, hey man, y'all look at y'all people, because he run with our we like how y'all stuff is out there, kind of the same thing. We in the same little car. We allies. So I'm like, man, when did it become cool? Like you try to, and I had to realize this though, because he tried to play us last year. I don't know if you remember the little dude. His name was Little C-Mac. He had the little tattoo on his head. He 5'5".
Yeah.
Yo, my homies out here in Houston, he was out here fucking around and trying to press the line out here, and they weren't going for it. So it's a whole other issue. But man, this dude tried to have all the people from Texas come together to get into it with Cali. so he can go back and be the mediator because he got the Kelly ties. He stayed out there, got put
Right.
on out there. So he was like, man, I'm gonna have him go get into it with him, and then I'm gonna come back
So he
in
was
and
trying to. He was playing. He was being the devil and devil's advocate all
Right.
at
He
once.
wanted to be both. Yeah.
yeah. So it ended up not going that way, and then a whole bunch of them older cats was like, "Hey, man, it's gonna go the wrong way because, like I say, we from the same little line, so it's like you gonna have to go see, you gonna have to catch a fade with everybody that say they represent this. So you probably about a good, if they want to, they'll make about 40 of them. You are gonna have to keep doing it unless you ain't
Right.
gonna come back out there. But
Right.
once I seen that, I'm like, man, this nigga trying to get a nigga knocked off. Then look somebody I know was saying, man, that nigga was like, you gonna drop a nigga address. I'm like, nigga, what? Why would I do that? I'm not into
Exactly.
this type of game, but to hear him tell me that I was gonna do something like that, I'm like, man, why would I do something like this? This dude ain't never did nothing to me, but for
Because
him to think,
that's what these cats get into. They fall into girl
Yeah, they
behavior
do.
a lot.
but I'm
Um,
gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you how from this story, how old y'all think the dude is? Just give me a guess.
I could. He probably
24.
about
He got
no
about,
No,
by the
no,
story. If I go off the story, I give you about that age. But I bet you this man probably 40.
no, 55,
Oh
56.
yeah,
wow.
yeah,
He's trying to stay relevant. He's fighting to stay
yeah.
relevant.
Yeah. So like when I was cool with him, I'm like, man, you might have to. It ain't for you. It's not for everybody. So you got to find your niche. And
Right.
then no, because he was trolling the dude.
Ray, what's up, Ray?
What's his name? Percy. And I'm like, hey, bro, y'all got some real issues. Like you shouldn't be on here with that. 'Cause, you on parole, my nigga. Like I'm from Texas. I know how this shit go. Nigga, they don't play that shit once the issue out there blue warrant is over. And the
Bro,
Right.
crime.
this
So
clout something different now, though. Dog, that clout, man,
Hey, that count the new drug. That's the new crack for real. I
that
don't care what
turned people
nobody
into
say.
something. Man, I'm telling you.
Man, listen, y'all. Hey,
15
I
seconds
need
of
y'all to
fame.
do me a favor. Do me a favor. I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, I'm gonna let you finish. Listen, Millie Made Gaming, man. If y'all kids like them games, if y'all like them games, man, go subscribe to my brother page, man. He be getting it
He do
cracking.
streaming. Oh, he do streaming. Yeah,
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 he do the Millie Made Gaming, and he get it cracking. Get on
yeah.
there,
'Cause
like
get
my
on there and
kids
see
stay
if you can
doing
knock
that.
them
So
off.
yeah, definitely. My kids
facts.
definitely stay on there,
I be
man.
I be
Yeah,
watching stuff
make sure
like that
y'all
when I'm
go
out of
subscribe to
town.
his page, man.
I be watching stuff like that when I'm out of town working.
Yeah, what you were saying now? My bad, Mom. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, man, you got people that's that age. They, like I said, 55, 56. You the elder. You supposed to be teaching, man. Even as far as 59 on here tripping. Like I'm I'm like, man, come on. But y'all preaching, or you saying you trying to go back and teach the kids? And I said, make sure you show them what you do online so they can know the real you and you ain't just putting words right there. Because I said I see a lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna go mentor the kids, but I'm not gonna show them this other side, like me on here acting goofy or trying to tell them what not to do, and I'm doing the same thing. I said it's all for clout. Like I was telling you, Big Dale, let you start getting super chats on here. You gonna start seeing the real.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's
only
somebody.
got a little bit. I only got like maybe about a couple more hours.
Hey, once you get that super chats and all that, when people start blessing your game and you just, like that, it's gonna start showing the whole little envious side. Like, man, how you getting this or how you getting that? You ain't on here for that, but just that's the
Like I ain't
accomplishment
tripping.
with YouTube. Like I
Yeah,
said, hey, and what I was telling you about that dude, man, it started over a super chat. You hear me? My homie got $100 super chat because somebody was digging what he was saying, and another dude called and told him, and he made up a lot about him being sick. And ever since then, people have come around. Like, man, there's people that be dropping 500, 600. I'm like, man, y'all just gotta have a mouthpiece. Yo,
yeah,
macking ain't real.
yeah,
I
Right.
said,
yeah.
and he ain't asking for it because he's self-made. He got his own company and shit. But I'm like, the fact that y'all will
But
get
people
mad and
support the real, man. When it's
Yeah,
really
they
real,
do. They
just go
gonna
be
always
supported.
support the real.
yeah,
Let me tell y'all something though. Let me tell y'all something. People like I noticed like people be coming, they pick it because yesterday somebody asked me like, why you put your name on your post or what you put? I say that's my brand.
Right.
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I brand myself?
Don't TMZ do it though?
Exactly. That's what I said. I brand myself.
Oh,
Yeah,
they don't want to
I knew it had
repost
to
it
be.
because
I knew it
it
had to
got
be.
your name
I
on
knew
it.
it had to be somebody being silly. So then the next question, it was like, in that video where you was talking about Shark on Land, was you talking about Swiper? And I said, man, why would I be talking about Swiper? Like, get the fuck off my
So
page.
they can screen record it and then go back to Swiper and give it to him. So then that's something else that a mug can say and try to come with some more BS to throw in the game to keep y'all at odds. Like people sick, dog. Like
And
people real
that's
life
why.
sick.
Go ahead, finish what
No,
you
that's what I was gonna say. These people sick. Man. They just sick.
But the thing about it is this: is like I ain't no crash dummy.
Mm-hmm.
And to be truthful, if they really cared about when people be asking me questions about like, is you talking about Swiper or is you talking about this? They really can't care about Swiper.
No.
They can't care about Swiper. And that's why I be like, man, I ain't talking about Swiper or nobody else.
No, they
But
care
if you
about kicking
love,
up dust.
if they really love Swiper though, they'll stop playing with me with him. If
Right.
they really love him.
Right.
I'm just keeping it 100.
No, for real though.
Hey,
Because
Big
like
Dale.
you said, a lot of people be playing, but I'm just speaking facts.
For real.
Hey, Big
I'm an
Dale, another
animal.
thing.
I'm a real animal. I don't broadcast it. I don't play that. You will never hear me on here disrespecting nobody.
But why should you have to
Never.
display that? You know what I mean? Why can't you come with the love that you trying to give? Why can't you come
Exactly.
drop those morning grapes like you do every morning to try to
Exactly.
help somebody get their day started the right way mentally?
Hey,
Why
Big
can't
Dale,
you be that? Why do you
no
have to
doubt.
be everything everybody else being out here? It's like I mean, it's crazy. It's so many. Everybody trying to be like the next motherfucker. Nobody want to stand out no more. And that's
Hey,
become a problem too. You know what I mean? Fitting in is the new standing out. Like, no, dog. Individuality, that's what we made for. You get
And
what I
that's
mean?
what
To
I'm
be
gonna always
ourselves.
be. I'm gonna
Like,
always be myself.
Hey,
I
you
ain't
know
trying to be
another
like
thing
the
that
next
y'all can
man.
start doing, since y'all older and y'all lived it, and how these people be come see, because this was another thing they be doing. The police, they be giving out them old records and people criminal history. They be paying for that shit on Reddit and all that. Come back on here,
Yeah.
reading, talking about it.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
beat them at their own game. And I said, where the older people can talk about it. And like I said, if your background faulty, don't even come on here. You can kind of narrate it, tell stories like about your people you used to run with that's
Right.
comfortable with it right there. Put yourself in the own lane because
Exactly.
look, then look, you come on live, you can come on live and you can tell the experience and the stories and then your videos, oh yeah, I got my, right here. We used to run back in the day. I want to give a profile about them. People don't know. Leave it at that. Like I said, but it's not with the people that feel like their background too messed up, but
And
with
really,
faulty
you can do it
charges.
with all. And why not? Why not? See, this how you would change the whole narrative, though. Why not get a profile of the people on good stuff that have been done with them? Because you got enough
Exactly.
shit out here with everybody bad. You get what I mean? You got
Man,
enough hood
turn me up.
stories out here.
Man,
Like,
turn me up. Man,
come on,
turn
my
me up.
nigga. Like, we got
And
enough
that's
hood
what I
stories.
said. Hey, turn
Hey,
me up, man. Man, bro. Much love for saying that. And King
hey,
Mike, you already know much love.
hey, look,
Listen,
Big Dale,
man,
give
listen.
them a
Y'all
rundown
said,
of that ghost town.
let me
Give
say
them
y'all something. I said this, right? Not to cut you off, King Mike. I'm gonna give you flow. I said this. I said to all the Chicago bloggers, y'all trying to tell me as beautiful as our city is, and everything that's going on in here, y'all can't find nothing good to podcast or
Come on
blog about
now.
in our whole city. So through this whole city, y'all can't find one good story to blog about. It
Man.
was cricket. It was crickets.
hey, like I
And
say,
y'all,
I seen you. I found Big Dale, like I say, because I was familiar with what his son name was, and then what's his name, Big Les, like like with that. But I said I see what y'all both do. Y'all don't never get on here talking about the negative stuff. It's more so like these kids, what they was doing back
Yeah,
then. It ain't, oh yeah, well this person was over here shooting at them. It's like, no, I ain't gonna even do that because they
man.
much
exactly.
more of a person than with this. Like I said, these little stories they be getting. Oh, this person was terrorizing this. They the demon or the Grim Reaper
But that's
instead
what
of
real OG is supposed to do.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We ain't supposed
Exactly.
to, like, we know a lot of times they know they didn't put us in situations that came before us that we didn't we was kind of born into, and now we got to take it on. So once they elevate mentally and get where they supposed to go, they supposed to come reach back and try to teach you a positive way. You know what I mean? Put some
That's
good
right.
game on you. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
We done been tarnished enough with all the bullshit, bro. We live this
Right,
shit.
bro. That's right.
If you really in this
Right,
shit, you
turn
know
me
how
up.
this shit go. So it ain't no need for that, man. Like y'all really do got a beautiful city. Dog, I come from my city to go to y'all city to go shop. You know what I mean? Or
Exactly.
go downtown somewhere at y'all city.
Exactly.
I'm right up the street.
Right.
You get what I mean? So it's like, even with the interviews, dog, like you getting these musicians from your city, okay? You put them in front of these cameras. Why are you not talking about? If you think about it, these niggas never talk about these niggas' careers, the music that they coming out, when they next CD dropping.
Never.
It's always the
Never.
bullshit. Like,
Never.
so
Always.
this not us bit. We not on no grown man shit with this, man. If you trying to promote your music, why are you on here promoting the bullshit? Like, come on now, that don't make sense, my God. Like y'all
But
putting people in front of the camera to crash out, G, and then y'all wondering why everybody crashing out.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
but
tell
look,
you though, turn me up. I'm gonna tell you this, turn me up. And it's like this. And this, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what they want to do, how they want to play it. Quote me on this though. Anybody that really been through battle,
Man,
been hurt, been in jail,
man,
been through anything to where that they almost lost their life, or they've been through things that crushed them and hurt them, they ain't glorifying this shit, man.
hell no,
That's how you know when they lying.
hell no, because I
That's
know
how
what
you
I
know when the motherfucker lying and
for
they full
sure.
of bullshit. When they
Or
can
they
get out
just seeing the
every
second hand.
day.
It ain't no first hand experience. The second hand is through the grapevine experience. Cause shit I
Exactly.
lived through, bro. I want to forget the shit I done dealt with.
Do you
You
hear
get what I
me?
mean?
Do you hear me?
Like that shit confused me, man. I swear to God, it confuses me,
hey,
dog.
Big Dale, they put out so many stories. People can be out here making these little mini series. If you're gonna do it, and
Yeah.
they go ahead and get
Right,
paid for it. Like you can
right.
Yeah.
go get paid for it acting. Man, look, I didn't peep out the people up there in Detroit, and I fuck
Oh,
with it because I'm
they
like,
eating on
yeah, they
Tubi.
eating.
They
They
eating on
ain't,
Tubi, man.
they
Much
ain't
Going
gotta they
love
ain't
crazy
gotta
on
respect
go to
Tubi.
Detroit, man.
you ain't
Man,
gotta
Much
go to
love and respect to
California.
Detroit.
I
You ain't gotta
swear.
go to Cali. You ain't gotta go to Atlanta. None of that. You can put your own stuff out. You in control of it.
And it
Like I
ain't like
said,
Mm-hmm.
Chicago not a hub for everything. Chicago
hey,
the
Yes,
but
it
hub.
is. Yes, it
but
is.
in the thick of it though, people used to be putting out little movies around. I didn't see a few movies about Chicago, but I'm like, that's where you got to keep it going. You got to
Yeah,
keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Then I said, you got these rappers turned actors, street dudes turned actors that's giving them a different out.
Man,
Hey man, I don't got to just go do this. I go put this
what you
film
need?
school together. Look,
right,
film school, music school together. Go ahead and let the younger people go do it. Like I said, because
right,
the only thing that's gonna happen is if they just take away a deal or just stop shining the light on the city, music go away. I done seen that happen about 10 times up in Houston since I've been alive. Even though
right.
we got the big guy, only so much, and Scarface the only one that's still putting out music, or this other person the only ones that's putting out music, and you got
Right.
young talent that's begging it, trying to get on, but there's so much bullshit, so you can't. So that's where
Shit,
you got to
you
use the
can't even
tools.
focus on your craft. You can't even be
Man,
Uh-huh.
who you want to be musically because you got to deal with this life shit,
oh my
all the
mama.
extras that come with it. For real,
Hey, Scarface still a dog though. He's still a dog.
man. Come on,
Yeah.
see,
Scarface goes, man.
Scarface a
I don't
little,
care what
he a
nobody
little
say.
before my time, but I still know, I know some songs, a couple, but
But
not too
hey,
many.
you know what's crazy though? The most rappers up from out here come from his side in that area, and over there where Jay Prince from.
Right,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that I'm talking about. That's the ghetto. I'm from that side. The ghetto. Like it's so many people, and the ones that's real serious with it, they got the talent. They ain't got the image for it.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I want to ask y'all something. So last night, right? Me and my wife, we was over at our sister house, and so Tay there, Tay 600, he there. Tay, I mean, I'm sorry, right? Because he be ready to fight. Tay Capone was there, and Men in the Red, right? Well, everybody was there. So I want y'all take on this. We had a versus last night, right? Now they Tay and Mina, had Lil Wayne. I had Jay-Z. Now, in my eyes, Wayne can't mess with Jay, not lyrically.
Hey, Big Deal, I think you with Big Deal, I think you might be a little biased because
I
every
knew you
time
was
I
gonna
done
say
heard you playing
that.
some music, listen, every time I done heard some music playing, it'd been some Jay-Z or something. Like when you had a short, you was on live and you was playing, you was talking, but the music no, matter of fact, you was listening to it. I think it was the American Gangster mixtape. So you
Yeah.
might be a little biased, Big Deal there.
You think so?
No,
No,
but
sir.
that's a hard one though. Truthfully, truth be told,
You think that's hard with Lil Wayne and Jay? Lil Wayne
man,
talking about I'm a
I'm the
fresh to
era of
doo-doo.
Wayne though. I'm the
Huh?
Wayne era. I'm
Right.
from the Wayne era, so it's
So,
kind of
so I don't think I'm gonna ever get I don't think I'm gonna ever get a even battle or something like that because
but
man,
truth be told, man,
I'm listening.
that longevity, the way that man was able to really, dog, you got to think about it. Jay-Z was able to keep himself relevant through every genre and every little new wave or phase of rap that came through. You get what I mean? He was able to keep himself relevant, and then not even just to be relevant, but to stay on top with it.
That's
You know what I
right,
mean?
Jay.
That take a lot.
That's
Who the
right.
who
Hey,
the competition though?
who?
Nas don't really make no noise like that.
You get
Only
what I
person,
mean?
But listen,
50 Cent.
okay. Now Lil Wayne might could give him some competition because with the young era. But right now, if Jay put a CD out right now, he going platinum.
Of course. But Wayne put a
If
CD out right
Wayne
now.
put a CD out right now, you think he going platinum?
He going platinum.
He just drop a CD?
He going platinum. You know what?
Didn't
I
he
don't
just
know.
drop a CD?
Wayne ain't messing with the music like how he used to. Because if he
I
was,
know he ain't.
hey, look,
Yeah.
He
if he
can't.
was, he'd be on the Drake blast with it and just doing features.
It's crazy because even I'm gonna go ahead and be real. Even coming from the Wayne era, I still have to probably get an edge to Jay, man.
Yeah,
You
Jay
know
Z
Just
got
you
on
do.
certain shit, cause
You know you got to give
to
it to
go
Jay.
back even to the American Gangster, bro, that was a solid CD.
Man,
I'm talking about from start to finish. Say
hey,
hello, man.
turn me up.
Party life,
Turn me up.
man. Come
He's
on,
my
now.
man. He's
Man.
my man forever, man. You kept it 100, man.
I don't.
I wonder what Tay at. I need to get Tay on here. I don't know where he might be at the gym here.
Hey,
But
I
you
get it.
gotta
I
remember
get it
though, he
though.
came up in that Lil Wayne era, so he gonna be biased off
Yeah,
that.
hey,
No,
Tay,
but I'm
hey,
from the
hey,
Wayne era. I'm from the
No,
Wayne era.
I'm saying he a younger. He probably just feel like, oh yeah, hey, I'm a '90s baby,
I'll
so
take from you,
it
baby.
ain't. I fuck with Wayne shit. I'll tell you that like, but Jay Z just got that different body. Like, man, I've been listening to the Reasonable Doubt and the Blueprint, and I'm like, damn, this the shit my uncle used to be playing, but I wasn't paying attention to it. I'm like, oh shit, it makes sense now that I'm listening to it now.
But
I used
when
to be
you,
like, man, turn that
yeah,
shit off.
yeah,
Turn it off. Put some
yeah.
Lil Wayne on.
But then when you really get into what the man talking about, like even the I know, come on, man, bro, dog spit some. He gonna spit something that's gonna go over your head, and like you said, it'll take for you to get a little older, or really just be in that life to know exactly what he talking about and what he hitting at. You get what I mean? Man, I don't know, man. That's a hard one though. That's
But
a
like
hard
That
one.
ain't what's
I feel
hard about it. I mean,
I feel like with
it
the
is
music
what it
industry,
is.
He
they
gonna
got to.
win. He gonna
Hey, they
win, but
got.
it ain't gonna be landslide. It ain't gonna
You
It's
be
know
enough.
it is.
landslide.
Hey, it's
Jay
enough
gonna
money
win.
out with the music industry though. I feel like there's too much money out here to be stingy with it, man. There's
Oh,
no
definitely.
way everybody should be touching them M's.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody,
Most definitely.
like right now, this the most violent time up in rap. Like violent, violent, violent.
But people don't question that though. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing with me. Like I don't know, fam. And I ain't coming off trying to sound soft or none of that shit. Cause man, listen, nigga got a resume that's straight. Put it like that. So
Just
it ain't
being
even
real with
that, but
yourself though.
it just be like. It just be like, man, like it's like at some point in time, bro. I know I get tired of certain shit. So y'all ain't tired of that shit. You ain't tired of that. Like that shit get man. Come on, my nigga. It's so many ways to eat together, but yet it's
Hey,
still us. We want to kill each other. and put each other down. We commit genocide, bro, on ourselves, my nigga. We allow these people to let us take ourselves out.
Now I told them about. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I get. I told them about the battle that we had last night, right? With Lil Wayne and Jay. Now they said. Now, you finna slide over here, broski? Yeah, I'm finna bring you the I'm finna bring you the what's name. What you doing something right now? I'm about to do that. Hold on, I'm listening now. I was just on my phone. Oh, listen. So listen. We talking about the battle we had, the verses we had last night, right? So I told them you had Lil Wayne. So they on here and they like, man, Lil Wayne gonna take it. Lil Wayne gonna have it. And then they was like, no. Jay, tell them what you said. Turn me up.
Man, what man? Jay-Z definitely gonna get it. He gonna get it, but it ain't gonna be a landslide. It ain't gonna be landslide. Cause Wayne near, but man, body of work all around, Jay gotta have it hands down.
So what you say, Tay?
How old he is?
How you say you 45, turn me up.
No, I'm 30, fool. I'm 30.
He 30.
Oh yeah, see, he just agreeing with you. He don't really.
He ain't agreeing with me, man. Tell him where you from. Turn me up.
Man, I'm from the mill. I'm from Milwaukee.
And you ain't where you from? He ain't from the city.
I feel the same way, but with Jay-Z, I feel the same way. I feel like Wayne gonna smoke Jay-Z, but he ain't gonna be no landslide. It's gonna be
See? Yeah.
Like, it's just not. Ain't nobody beat Wayne, bro. Not Jay-Z. He don't got enough.
I'm saying, so ask you what he think about that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Hold on, Jay. You gonna ask you something?
They was just saying 50, and Lil Wayne. I done seen that on the
50
internet.
can't run with no Lil Wayne.
I said Wayne go now. That's landslide.
Man. He don't got enough.
Man, that's landslide.
Yeah, Wayne gonna kill.
No. Look, 50 had a run from.
50 was the nigga who we all want to be like, bro.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't got too much music.
Wayne, now I know that.
Exactly.
I know that now.
Exactly.
50 had that run from 2003 to about 2007. After that, it was over.
Exactly. Wayne you got to think, Wayne got all the dedications. He got the Carter.
Yeah, he did.
He got the Squad Up mixtapes.
2005, that's Gucci, but I mean that's 50 Cent, but
right.
He ain't last like Kanye.
Yeah, no.
He was that nigga for that long.
Yeah. He got the picture and the other stuff. He knew what it was.
A nigga had to go get into the film industry.
So here it is. Hey, go. I'm gonna let you go finish what you doing, nephew. I love you, man. I just wanted to hear. I told we was getting it in last night. Hey, for a minute, I thought Tay was finna start busting some of his raps, cause I was trying to get to him on that Lil Wayne lick.
Man, he need to go ahead.
I
Need
love
to drop,
you,
man. Tell him
Hey,
drop.
What's up, Syke?
big fella, what's happening?
Welcome, Syke, to the chat, man. What's up, family?
Hey, look, I just got one thing to say about that Jay-Z and Lil Wayne, right?
Go ahead.
Drug dealers go ride with Jay-Z. Drug users go ride with
Wayne.
Wayne.
Yeah.
So it matters who the crowd is.
As crazy as that sound, that's so real.
Now y'all done turned my brother up. That's my brother, y'all.
That's real.
Y'all done turned him up.
Hey, that's real. Hey, so I fell in between them. I fell in between the middle of both on the real. I came on the in between side.
Right.
But that's the best. Probably the best way to put it.
That's tequila.
Yeah. Hey, my brother said, hey man, my big brother said, listen, niggas that chase that bread go rock with Jay, and the niggas that's chasing that drink go rock with Wayne.
Hey,
right.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
When I seen you come on the camera, when I seen you come on the camera, how you was dressed, I said, "Oh yeah, he finna come with that gangster. He finna come with Jay-Z. He going Jay-Z. He got the New York look right now. On my real word is bond, B. Hey, but that's real though, for real.
Hey, listen, man. This really how this
lock him up.
Go. This really how it's supposed to go, man. This how, we wake up on a Sunday, man. We can kick it with each other and laugh and joke, man, and talk about life, and really make it happen, man. And it don't have to be negative.
Right.
We ain't talking about who get into it with nobody nan time.
Right.
Who killed nobody nan time. Who don't
Man.
like nobody nan time, man. We on here, we talking amongst men. We
Man.
moving like men. You know what I mean? We talking
Right.
about uplifting. We talked about two brothers that we lost, and you understand what I'm saying? We keeping it going. It's all positive, like Ray said. So it's like, this what I want to do. This how it is. I don't care how long it take me to get to where I gotta go to, where's my message gonna be heard.
Take the
Everybody
stairs.
just put me around me. I don't mind taking the stairs. I'm gonna keep taking the stairs, bro.
Take the stairs. I don't care how many flights it is. Take it.
Right.
So, hey, Sight, you got something you want to share with the people, man?
I'm just chiming in. I'm checking up, man. Anything y'all talk about, you bring up a subject, I'm gonna be right on it. I
already
like
know.
this type of shit.
Already know.
Hey, Dale, but yeah, like you know, like we was telling you, y'all was front runners back in the day. You got so many stories, good, you know, you could tell,
Right.
and you got your own lane right there. And I'm, hey, even if it inspired another person, you feel like you in that lane, you didn't set off fire in them, and then they might be able to remember a whole bunch of stuff, or this person from this side, like, yeah, man, I remember that. And then you start getting other people basically like how you doing for your documentary. You got the young guys, but you got the older guys, the ones that
exactly.
sit down.
It's balance.
You go get your generation and you start getting them, you know, the ones that's trying to see change, and you ain't got to talk about nothing negative, but if they talk about negativity, it always got to be a message about change at the end of it.
Right.
Always change.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Nothing but.
Because it ain't like you don't see the negative stuff. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you can't avoid it. But the thing is, okay, so what's the solution? You know what I mean?
Exactly. They don't want one. They don't want no solution.
We know the problem already. You know what I mean? But like, what ways do we go about like filling that gap? You know what I mean? Like, because it's a disconnect. Truthfully, that's all it really came down to. It's a disconnect. You know what I mean?
You know, like they know about O Block 63rd and all that, but they don't know what it was like.
Man, how many times they gonna tell these motherfucking stories about these killers and these shit, and who got into it with this person, who did that? How long? And then I don't understand how people still be chiming into that shit.
You know what? I can't even lie. I find myself chiming in at times. I'm gonna be real. I said it on one of your posts before. Though.
Turn me up. That's why I fuck with you, man.
I said it on one of your posts before. I'm like, man, it's so messed up because these people do know how to do what they do so good. I done found myself almost tricking off on myself under a post. You know what I mean? Like, dog, until I caught myself like, you idiot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, man. No, so it's easy, man, to fall victim to the ploys that they put out here. It's harder for you to go ahead and stand strong and tall. You know what I mean? And through all this shit, because that's what you're supposed to do, period. Like,
and another thing, too. Hey, another thing, too, man, we got to, this is a problem we get. We always talk about the problem, but we be trying to attack the surface. We always trying to attack the surface. We got to start attacking the root.
Right.
The root of the problem. We be fighting the surface all motherfucking day. We got to go to the root. You know what I'm saying? We got to find out where all this shit started from. It started from inside the home, and the home is broke up between the black man and the black woman.
Right.
You know, the black man and the black woman has had a kid go turn out. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was waiting on. Get to him.
Right. Yeah, so the fact that it ain't that no more.
Right.
That's why we got a lot of men acting like women, because shit, that's all we raised by.
And look,
to go ahead and give them that balance.
There you go. Let me tell you something right quick. Now, I just left my little bitch career, Marie, over here, right? And I cut her son hair and all this shit, and we did what we did. And then she wanted, the first thing she said after that, I told Nico, that's a shorty name. I say, hey, shorty, you got my number. Call me when your mama get to acting up and woo, blah, skippy. And she got serious with it. She say, no, nigga, you need to come get him. This nigga around me all damn day. He acting girly and everything, man. Come get him. He got a whole daddy out here, but the daddy don't fuck with him. So some of us got to make that sacrifice.
Yeah.
If we really care about the damn youth, this ain't even my son. This another nigga's son, but she need me to rape. And I'm glad women, see, she a woman that admit. You got them women, you got them women that think they can raise that damn boy. And then you got the women that know, no, I can't do it, man. This boy need a man.
And she definitely deserve praise for even acknowledging it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She acknowledging it. Whereas, like you said, some of them will go ahead and feel like I'm his daddy. I'm his daddy and his mama. You want to gift on Father's Day and Mother's Day. Like I get it. I applaud you for being strong and taking on 2 roles or doing more than you felt you had to, but that male part ain't your job. You know
There
what I
you
mean?
go.
It's certain stuff that you can never teach a boy. You know what
There
I
you
mean?
go.
That a man got to be there to teach him. It's certain things, man, and
Mm-hmm.
mainly it's how to control yourself, how to conduct yourself at all times. You know what I mean? Like it's certain things, bro. Like
Yeah.
attitude wise. You
Yeah,
know what I
because
mean?
emotion, when you're dealing with a woman, women emotional. You know, we
Exactly.
logical.
Exactly.
Women, I mean, we got emotions too, but we deal with a little emotions and mostly
And
logic.
more logic. Yeah.
Women
Told
deal
y'all.
with small. That's why the balance is right there. That's why the man need the woman and the
Exactly.
man need each other. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But if that boy being raised by that damn woman with them emotions, that's why these niggas out here with these 30 poppers and switches. You want to kill the whole park. You into it with one nigga, but you want to shoot the whole park up.
Man,
That's
nigga tell you shoe untied, you ready to kill him.
yeah.
Yeah, tell him, big bro.
Hey, you know, too, you got the older people. Now, I ain't saying not everybody, but the ones that sit around and see them, they can kind of stop them and be like, oh, well, that ain't my problem, that ain't mine. Like, you know, what they say, it takes a village to raise a child.
Right.
So everybody duty that's around, you know, you got to pitch in. If you see them messing up, that's where it's up to that one person. You might not be able to change the whole group of them, but you're gonna get that one, or you're gonna get them two that's gonna want to see what you're talking about and come over there and hang with you.
The only thing with that make it hard is when I know it's older cats who do want to step in and do stuff like that, but how rebellious these young cats be nowadays, you kind of don't even want to do that because you will go to try to teach them something good and it turned to something worse than it was before. You know
Because
what I
the
mean?
emotion.
So now he on your ass like you the enemy. You know what I mean? Like, we
Nah,
got
for
this habit
sure.
of feeling like everybody against us, man, and that ain't the case,
Nah,
man.
that's why I say just not everybody. You can't take
Yeah,
it. Everybody
yeah,
can't go. You get the few,
exactly.
and you get them. And even if it take their homeboys 10 years from now to figure that out, you spark that.
Man,
They got
yeah,
them, and then they might be able to go get a whole group of people. Like I said, it's just all
right,
like balancing and bouncing off. Like I said, you get one or two. Hey, I'm gonna go show you this. The other one's gonna feel left out. Like, man, they over there doing that, whether they jealous or not.
right,
Somebody gonna leave and say, "Oh, y'all finna go do what they doing." Shit, I want to see what they doing. Go over there and go do that. Same way, you know, like when we was young and hustling.
right,
Somebody got that plug. Everybody like, damn, man, we gonna work. Then somebody get the boss to say, man, I'm finna go see what he doing, so I can go ahead and get a position like him.
right.
You know,
Hey,
just
introduce
each one
yourself,
teach
man.
one.
We got somebody new. We got somebody new on the panel. Introduce yourself, bro.
Yo, yo, what up? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you, OG.
What's the
OG
word?
Dale 63rd.
What's the
I'm
word, bro?
actually I'm from nothing much, brother. I've been I've been listening to what you've been saying and everything, and I've been watching your videos for a little bit. I'm from the land too. I'm from out south. Raised between the 111th and 79th in Calumet City.
Oh,
So
okay. Much love.
like I've been listening and everything, and the like I'm 30. I'm about to be 35 within the
Right,
next month or so. So I remember that last little bit of era, especially when I was coming up, when it was more organized and a little bit more structured than what it is today. And it's a sad sight to see what things then turned in today.
right,
Especially what's going on in our city, because I come up under people like yourself and everything like that. So I saw when people carry themselves with a little bit more self-respect, a
right.
little bit more dignity. No matter what mob they was in, it was different than what it is right now.
Correct, correct.
And it's I don't know I don't know where things went left. If you ask me, I would say, and no disrespect to a lot of people that made their name, but it was always, you had your little renegade cliques here and there and
Mm-hmm.
everything when we was coming up. But once 2011 hit, and when drill music became mainstream, you know, I just saw monkey see, monkey do, and then it became out of control because it was the internet that was fueling, back and forth because people had an
Exactly,
audience, you know.
exactly. And that's why I say drill killed
Hey,
the culture.
all right. And every time I hear your footsteps up there, I just unlock my door just in case you need to.
You know that's exactly why I say drill killed our culture. That's exactly why I'm doing a documentary on it because it actually did. And you absolutely right. You're 100% right.
that actually made me tune in to your stuff though, because like I said, I'm from Milwaukee, so we right
Don't
in
pay no
the
Right,
attention to that kitchen up
right,
there
for
cleaning the
sure.
but
motherfucker up.
I just was
Yeah, yeah,
peeping,
I'm up.
like one.
Hey,
I
Sight,
think
you gotta put your thing
You got
on
me on
mute,
the
man.
podcast. And shit.
it was during quarantine and stuff. You know
Hey,
what I mean? I started just really like assessing
hey,
everything.
Dale,
You know what I mean?
Dale, that
Looking
nigga
at it for
buddy.
what it was,
What up
and
with it?
Going on, Big
What up
Bill?
with it?
this
What up
ain't
with
no
it?
it ain't no knock to Chief Keef or nothing like that, but like honestly, like was that man that talented to blow up that big? Like truthfully,
The
as
machine
far.
pushed him. You know the machine pushed
But
him, man.
then, okay, so with that, you
Chicken
gotta ask
wings.
why. You get what I mean? And then when you get to
Every
asking
time I
why,
want to get
you
close
see
to me,
why.
this motherfucker come
You
hop in the
see what's
middle of
happening out here now.
Right, you gotta put it on mute, bro. You gotta put it on mute. Sight.
Hey, turn up.
Oh,
Even
okay, okay.
even with that, even
How you
with
do?
even with the machine that was behind that, what he do? He went against the grain, not listening to him doing what he want.
Exactly.
He started doing what he started
Yeah.
doing it, and
He
it
tricked
took
him. He
him to
flipped it. He
And that's
flipped
when
it
they
on
he
him.
kicked
got
it.
yeah, he kicked him, and now he doing his own thing. Like
Yeah.
and like I say, he went out there, he living his life out there in Cali.
But see, I don't even knock him. You get what I mean? That ain't no knock to him or no
Right.
Yeah,
disrespect to him or what he doing. It goes back to like finding the root of it. You
Oh,
get what I mean? Without the machine behind him and that backing, a lot of that stuff that was being pushed in wouldn't have never happened. You get what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Like
Well,
I
and
say,
I'll
because the
speak.
last time I remember was like '07 when Bum J was out.
You get what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
yeah. But see, I
that's
take
on.
y'all a little bit back on that. Like even that's why I say, it's a difference between Chicago and Chirac. When I was coming up, it was Bump J and the Goon Squad, but like our forefathers before that was Psychodrama, Do or Die, Twister,
Right.
Triple Darkness, the Snipers, like
exactly.
different people like that. Then later on you had Bump J, LEP, and Bo Deal. That was like the last remaining era of the old Chicago.
Don't
And
forget about
then
Pac-Man. Don't forget
don't
about
forget
Pac.
about Pac-Man, who was the originator of drill.
Exactly.
Who was the originator of drill, but it was something completely different than what Pac-Man was doing. And if you notice back in the day, everybody represented their mobs, everybody represented their nations, but you never heard nobody diss nobody's mob in none of those songs. You never heard
Because
nobody diss
if
nobody.
you want to be honest and frank about all of it and keeping it 100% right, Bump J a folk, but he rolled with the guys.
Yes, he
He
did.
rode with the GDs. So that
Yes, he did.
they mob. So it's like the everybody has started transforming into clicking up together. You understand what I'm saying? Drill just made it. It just took it for a bad turn. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into that though. We gonna get into that.
Hey, big.
You know?
Can I say this too? From what I've
Yeah. Go
seen,
ahead. Go ahead.
like you say, everybody is clicking up now. Say if they was clicked up, it should have been for the older guys that's around that got these alliances with people to stop them from doing that. Like I said, you got a group of from '87, like I said, from '87, '86 to about 90, 95. That's all cool with each other like that. And the older ones, we played football, we played sports, we didn't went to grammar school, all that with each other, where you can be able to go talk and like stop that. It start getting haywire, like, oh, I'm the one with the money. I'm providing that. You just a rapper,
But
not
I'm
the
gonna
one
tell you
that's
what
really out
happened
here
though. I'm
tearing
gonna tell you
stuff
what
up.
happened. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, no, I said with that, if you had them type of guys right there, they can go stop that. It probably would have got people to not even if they don't get along. The ones that do get along, to where they can bridge the gap and get some money. And then look for the ones that don't get along. That's when you start going out of town networking. You ain't got to do all the extra, but you start networking. You got plenty of options. It's a cold little world. You go out of town, you can't get the bag in the city. I'm gonna go out here and go out there and go get put on.
But I'm gonna tell you
It's plenty ways.
what happened in Chicago. When them little letter people knocked the older guy's head off, it made the older guys that had sense tuck their tail and got out the way because they was giving people 100 years for them titles. And they was giving people 100 years or giving them life for anybody that stood up and played a role of any kind of authority. So it left a void to make people like, man, y'all, they got a fan for themselves. So these youngers only did what youngers knew how to do. Be kids, be reckless. Do what they see everybody else do. Monkey see, monkey do. And this is the result of it right now. It
Also,
destroyed us.
also you forgetting one thing, OG. The when they tore down the buildings too,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
definitely didn't help.
But see, this the thing about the buildings and what I'll be trying to get people to understand. This was a 60-year plan. This plan been enforced 60 years ago. They had a 60-year lease. City of Chicago had a 60-year. I mean, the housing authority had a 60-year lease with the city of Chicago. They been playing this, bro. We dealing with individuals that plan ahead. We the only people playing day by day. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts, facts, and when you say that, when you say that, it rings in my mind too, because I'm thinking when you look at like Cabrini Green, that ain't nothing but what 5 minutes away from downtown walking. When you
Exactly.
look at all of the projects out south was centered around State Street.
Yeah, that's any project. That's in any city though.
Hmm.
That's how the project. That's where the project's at. What's the word?
And I was meaning to ask you too, OG. What do you think was really the origins behind the split? Not, and it's funny that you say that too early about the little letter people breaking up the mobs and all of that, because you hear a lot of these people talking the news today and they swear they don't know why the violence is the way it is.
Oh
They
no, it's
sit
all
there and play
design.
dumb.
It's design. It's design.
Hmm.
Now, what's the
And
question you wanted to ask me?
what do you think was the where the splinter within the nations happened? Because one of my uncles, he was a regent,
Right. What's his
and
name?
his name is Reginald.
I might know him. Where he was
Yeah,
from?
he was between the Hundreds and Cabrini Green. They called him Riff.
Yeah, I might know him for sure. I might know him. That name sound
Yeah,
familiar.
they called him Riff Raff. But yeah, his nickname was Riff. His name was Reginald Reese.
Okay, go ahead though. Finish
Hmm.
the question so I
But
can.
his he was telling me that he think it started with once the renegades started branching off because they didn't want to pay taxes to the mob and all of that, and
Nah.
that was the beginning.
So what you mean? So this is why when you say the division, what do you mean between the BDs and the GDs, or you said the division between the guys like the
Between the guys,
GDs?
between the guys.
It ain't the thing about it is this. It's like this. When you take the head, the body gonna fall. That's what any. That's in corporate America. When the CEO take a plunge or the CEO have a problem, the whole body gonna fall. The whole body gonna fail if you set it up that way. Now, now the way the things are set up with us, with them taking the head, the body still was able to function. It was just too many egos and too many ideas of every other man that didn't want to follow the rules and the guidelines that was set forth in front of them. So it had a lot to do with greed and ego. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So it ain't had nothing to do. So you got to realize we can't say renegades because it been clicks from day one. But it was sent down to bust the clicks up because the clicks is almost like if you notice if you read the Bible and you read the Quran, right? The Quran it tells you, and the Quran it tells you that Jesus is not God's son. If you're familiar with the Bible and you familiar with the Quran, right? So it's like this. In the same situation with with the GDs, if they start to idolize, I'm from 119th and I'm from 104th, you don't realize that y'all all the same no more. You fighting over these street numbers now.
You causing a division within division
Right.
already. Right.
So that's where it came from. It can't. It's just like in the Bible, how in the Quran, how religion divides us. That's the biggest
Mm-hmm.
division in the world. But
Mm-hmm.
it's all the same thing because it's at the end of the day, it's one God. I don't
Exactly.
care how you play, how you want to look at it,
Exactly.
after you go around it, it's one God. And it's the same thing. That's why I tell you in the Quran that don't idol pictures. Don't idol this and that of Jesus or God or any of these people that they made to be these mold figures because you start to be more subordinate to them or more subordinate to that, then you miss the initial thing of God and being good. And it's the
Right.
same way as with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you start repping 104th and I'm repping 63rd and he repping this, he repping that, we all forget the initial thing of what? We all the same thing. We
Right.
all the same thing.
And
So the
it's crazy that you say that, OG, because a lot of people don't know that's not familiar with the Quran that Jesus is actually in the Quran. He's under
yeah, he is.
another name,
Yeah,
a
he
more
one of
Arabic name.
God's most strongest prophets. He one of his most strongest fighters. He did a lot of good things in there, but he's not in there as God's son.
Right, right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's almost like with us, man. Like now, even with this thing that's going on YouTube, this thing could be honestly stopped, melted down, and put on a bigger pedestal and another whole nother wavelength if everybody had just pulled back and stopped giving these people their business.
Hmm.
Stop putting these people it'll be so many people out of jobs.
Hmm.
Because people that turn this YouTube stuff into a job. It'll be
Yes,
so many people that won't be able to broadcast nothing or have nothing to say, and they have to come behind them keyboards and they have to come out the house and
And to
have
the
to
real
do
world.
real work to the real world. If people would stop buying into the negativity, that's how easy violence can stop. Just that easy, but it ain't.
and another thing with what you were just saying, OG, is so true. I was on YouTube, back in the day when it first became popular, like '07, '08,
Right.
and you was able to have honest conversations because YouTube wasn't monetized. Nobody was able to make a profit off of it.
Exactly.
That's long
Exactly.
gone now. Nobody's going to have honest conversations on here. A lot of people are, lying for views on here and clicks and everything else because me personally, I don't really do that. I ain't got to do none of that because I make my money outside of YouTube. I don't make my
You
money.
too, huh? You too,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. I don't make my money on. I don't make my money on YouTube. So, like anytime I speak with somebody, I want to have an honest conversation about something. But due to the fact YouTube has pretty much become the new media, it's become the new
Yeah.
media, and people
Yeah.
is doing the same thing that we
That
accuse the
mainstream.
media of doing for their
Yeah.
own individual gain.
Yeah. It turned to the
So,
mainstream media on here.
so now,
You
if people have invested into a lie, let's say they built up their channel investing into a lie. Sometimes people get tired of that in the background. They're like, I'm sick of running this lie, even though it made me some money. But they can't turn around and tell the truth now because they done built up their fan base through a lie.
off the lie.
And
Right.
they know, like one
Right.
thing you said about a video on video, OG. It took me a minute to understand that people like being lied to.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
I
they
never
do.
in the streets you lie to somebody that's gonna lead to something else, especially if it's involving money or anything else. Me personally, and just being a man, you don't like to be lied to. Men don't lie to other men. You tell the truth
Yeah.
and you step to somebody straightforward. So once I
Hey,
understood that online, I'm like, a lot of y'all sit here, y'all want to be lied to stroke y'all ego. You like
hey,
y'all ego's too fragile where you can't take
I
the
don't,
truth.
I don't know if y'all realize too. It's a lot of people that suffer from substance abuse that's on here.
Yeah.
Some stuff they feel like it helps them and it motivates them through this day. Like I promise you, and I started realizing that shit when I started getting on the panel. I ain't judging nobody from their vices, but it's a lot of people that's been through stuff and they feel like this get them through the day. And if you sit on the page too long, if you just sit on that one channel and you never leave or just go check out other stuff, you start believing it too. Like, oh man, this dude telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to decipher. Like I said, it's the person. You got to be able to decipher. Oh, this a lot, and like you saying, you invest in your time into it. Like, man, me and my homeboy got to it over. I'm like, bro, you're not even from Chicago. Why you reporting what they doing out there? Like, you too old. You 35 years old, and you saying you're gonna make a career off of this. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna show some Chicago people your stuff, and I guarantee you the response you think you're gonna get or you seeing from YouTube is not gonna be the response that they gonna give you because you don't know who they know, who you offending, and what you saying that's wrong. And if I was to bring them around you in your face, they liable to punch you in your face or do something to you because you on
Man,
here putting out
man,
lies. So he was
man.
like, man, it's not true. Hey,
They
my homeboy seen it. Came, hey, where you at? We're on the phone, like, where you at, bro? We gonna meet you and all that. And man, I don't trust them. They don't. Yeah, I said, I know you don't. I bet
Right.
he deleted his page and stopped making videos. It was like, man, I should have been listening to you. And I was like, I told you. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, nigga, we from Texas. We got our own little culture and stuff, and there's so much stuff that's going on that you can be talking about, but you choose to do this.
Exactly. And that's the same thing I understand. Like, why everything that we feed out of here got to keep on being negative, man? It don't make me sick. I mean, it makes me sick. You
Hey,
understand?
DJ,
It's like,
you got
man,
somebody from Virginia or fucking North Carolina talking about Chicago that never been there,
man, the
trying to
man in
tell
Wyoming.
yeah, trying to tell y'all what it's like to live out there and never step foot out there. And it's like it's crazy. But and people, you know what happened too? Certain people start getting, oh yeah, they bigging me up. So I'm gonna just say I mess with them
But you know
because
what?
they ain't gonna be
And
biased
you
to
know
me.
what's crazy? You know what's crazy when you say that, bro? People, I would tell people I'm from the land. You know what I'm saying? But people, they'll look and they'll swear that they know what they talking about. Talking to you, don't know where you from. Yeah, man. I heard about that up there. Only mobs they know is the GDs and the BDs. GDs and the
yeah,
BDs up there because they've been listening to drill music, so that's all they know. So they
yeah,
sitting there, they trying to tell you about where you from, not even realizing they don't even know what they talking about. And it's another thing that that OG said too. People would get on here, they talk slick because they behind this computer. The same way I
yeah,
carry myself online, it's the same way I carry myself in real life. And
Yeah.
you know how it is, OG. A lot of these people wouldn't dare say that to your face
at all. And
because
that's why I be down,
you know our slang. Like you sit up here, you jump out your body online, but you a cream puff
man.
for real, for real.
If I see you, I'm gonna go in your mouth. I ain't gonna play with you. I'm gonna go right in
Hmm.
your mouth. And you can
Hey,
So
take
how
it and take it the game if you want to. Let me say this though, y'all, before we go too far. Stack boots upload. Long live GBE Capo for sure. And long live LA Capone for sure. This
Mm-hmm.
ain't no op page, bro.
Right.
This ain't that when you get on here. I just was on the phone with Tate Capone. You understand what I'm saying? I know Capo, his brother, his real brother is my man. You understand what I'm saying? LA Capone, his mother, his stepdaddy, Lil Corky, that was like my little brother. So people don't understand in Chicago, it's only these bloggers and these different people that try to create the division to make people think that everybody into it and everybody just lives so far and it's this big problem. That's a lie, bro. I'm here to tell y'all that's a lie. Ain't nothing, hey, it's definitely long live them guys and it's rest in peace. And I don't play that, bro. I'm the same dude. If you met me right now, I'm gonna say the same thing. So what you saying is permitted and that's love. Go ahead, bro. You can finish up.
yeah, like I say, just I'm telling you, if a whole bunch of y'all start getting on here, older guys, and start putting out y'all stories, and man, y'all can connect the dots with say a younger person that generation when it went from that, you would shut them down because you can't. They only gonna be able to tell the same old stories over and over. Or what just happened with that? It's like, nah, we got the people. It's coming straight from the horse's mouth. Like I said, man, I never forget that day when I first got on here. We had Chief Keef Daddy on here. He came and said what he said, and y'all
Yeah,
just giving y'all spiel. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. I'm pretty. He can give you a more in depth about his own son. Probably look
exactly.
at YouTube like, man, these people saying this about my son and don't know nothing about him. Really don't know
Exactly.
know nothing about him. They just know from the music. Oh, he did this and he did that. instead of having the conversation. And then, like, after he said, he's like, man, go peep it out. My son don't even be doing this type of stuff no more. Know what I went and did? Just checking out his stuff. I'm like, oh, he ain't lying. And I said, oh yeah, that, he been in his bag producing. I said, that's another good thing right there.
So it's
You know,
like this, like I'm gonna start back doing more lives, man. It's just like sometimes I kind of like I go into a little stage, man, about me just being real, and I had to fall back and I had to curve my mind and curve my tongue because I see so much fake, phony garbage, and I don't want to get out my body and say something because I need to understand and know. You understand what I'm saying? What's really going on? Hey, Stack Boost Upload. He said Lil Mister and Lil Dirt were blood cousins, I heard. Hey, listen, I don't know where you from. I don't know if you from Chicago. I don't know really where you from. Stack your Boost Upload. But Lil Mister, mama name is Danielle. His daddy name, that's my man. But I gotta get his name. I can't get his name off the top of my head. That's my man. I know them like if you say my name, they gonna tell you. His daddy gonna tell you, yeah, that's my brother. Hey, bro, this right here, this is 100. This city small, bro. Trust me. This city real small. And yeah, they was cousins, but that's another story, man. Listen, I appreciate the panel. I appreciate everybody that was on here. I done held y'all for 2 hours. I hate that I did that. I like to give y'all time back. Man, I appreciate the panel. I appreciate my moderators, King Mike. I appreciate you, Millie Made Gaming. I appreciate, man, Ray Stans. Man, I appreciate you too as well. Knew you that jumped up on here. The 18th letter. Man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate everybody on the panel. Man, much love. Man, take this Sunday, not to stoop so low. I'm gonna get up out of here, family. Love. Let me.
Much love to you too, OG. One thing I want you to keep in mind, OG, don't even trip. 2 hours ain't you ain't seen some of these other panels on here. 2 hours ain't nothing, man. Some of these cats be 8, 9 hours, man.
Yeah, man. But
so
I try to be mindful though.
right,
I
right.
try
No,
to be
no.
mindful. We gonna get it in again, man. Hey, if y'all ain't subscribe to my living room, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my living room. Y'all kick it, like, share. Go check out Millie Made Gaming. Let y'all kids, if y'all into them games, let y'all kids subscribe to that. If y'all like them games, because I got to get with them and let them teach me because I love them games. I'm going to be on there. We going to be trying to knock each other off the screen.
I hear
Man,
you
y'all
on
go
that one.
subscribe to his page. You got a page, 18 letter?
Yeah, I got a page.
Man, put it in the chat before I leave, man. Y'all go subscribe to 18 letter, man. That's my brother. Y'all gonna be seeing more of him. We gonna get it in, man. Hey, I'm not saying the rest of your day, man, because you crazy. But thank you, family, for tuning in. Nothing but. Hey, I'm out. Hey, y'all go to the 18th letter, man. Subscribe, like, share. Subscribe, like, share this. I'm out, man. Y'all be peaceful. Much love.